Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Dash Brandon. Today we're talking about Warlock supers, mainly entirely, we're focusing on boss damage. And the reason that I wanted to look into this was because during the Taniks fight in Deepstone Crypt, um, there's sometimes a chance for a Warlock to use a super that is not the well. Hey dog. Um, And usually what I end up going with is a Chaos Reach plus Geomax stabilizers, just because it's kind of fun. Watching all those 9Ks tick by is usually what it is. But in order to see if I was on the right track or not, I decided to do some testing. To do that testing, I decided to load into Kali, burn a whole bunch of raid banners, and fight her 3 times, with each super that does, decent boss damage. So I did top tree, Dawn Color, Dawn Blade. I did top tree solar with Dawn Chorus on, bottom tree solar with Dawn Chorus on. Here we go. This is basically what we would do. So we would run in here. We haven't done anything to her this whole time. And you'll notice that Storm Trance is not on the list. There's a good reason for that. One is I don't know if we could actually reach Taniks. We might be able to reach Taniks. But I don't think that the damage is going to be worthwhile. So then we would let her kill us. Sometimes I might ping her a little bit with a gun. Actually, I tried really hard not to. There were a couple where there was like a melee. Oh. 126,000. Huh. That's actually worth looking into now. Anyways, we're going to continue talking about the testing methodology. So we would load in here, we would fight her, we would see the damage numbers. We did this 3 times for top tree plus Dawn Chorus, bottom tree plus Dawn Chorus, bottom tree Nova, top tree Nova, Chaos Reach with Geomags. And yeah, apparently now I also have to do it for top tree Stormcaller, because that was a decent amount of damage. That was 126,000. I'm going to add that to my spreadsheet and then do it 2 more times and then we'll continue the video. Alright, we did the Storm Trances. We're back. The magic of editing. Alright, so the Storm Trances turned out exactly how I thought they would be. They last a while, they seem to do okay damage, until you really start to look at what happens. And this is why I did this the way I did. So I want to explain the testing methodology, that I would test the damage for 3 different attempts at it, because, sometimes we don't always have the best attempt. Second of all, I would average them all out. Then I would do it again 1 more time while recording, not looking at the damage, but paying super close attention to when it starts and when it ends. And by it, I mean the super, and by when it starts and ends is for something like the Nova Bomb. I'm not looking at when the void zone goes away. I'm looking at when I can start shooting again, because it's still doing damage. It's kind of like an anarchy at that point, and you're doing damage with 2 different things. So that actually makes the Nova Bomb's DPS goes up quite a bit between the time that we cast it and the time that we can take other actions. For pretty much every other super, it would be when the super ran out and when I was able to start shooting again. So we looked at that, and I did this in my editing software, so it's probably not perfect, and I may have rounded off some times on the duration of the supers. So I'm going to bring up the graph real quick, and then I'll tell you what surprised me. So here's the graph. We took it out of our snipping tool. Or this is the spreadsheet, not a graph. It's not a graph by any means. So we have top tree plus Dawn Chorus, bottom tree plus Dawn Chorus, bottom tree Nova, top tree Nova, Chaos Reach, and now we have top tree Storm Trance. You can see the average numbers for the DPS, and you can see that bottom tree Dawn Chorus did the most damage, and it's right up there with Chaos Reach plus Geomag. the differences start to come in when we talk about DPS, because I'm mainly interested in a Taniks-like fight where the DPS window is longer than just my super. So, we're not trying to one-shot a boss. We're trying to do as much damage as we can and then go back to shooting it with whatever we're shooting it with, because supers aren't necessarily the best damage usually. But this was really interesting to me, is that the bottom and top tree Novas, they're pretty close in total damage, but they are a little bit different in cast time, it seems. The bottom tree Nova went off in 2.3 seconds, and the top tree Nova went off in 3 seconds. So this could just be me not being quite on par with my editing software and trying to figure out how long each thing took to do. But it looks like bottom tree Nova is the very best DPS super for the Warlock. And that is also pretty nice, because if you're playing Nova Bomb, you're probably trying to get Devour. Devour is super good. Vortex can help you if you're trying to clear ads, but the Splinter of Cataclysm can also help you clear quite a few ads. But I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to explain my methodology for the testing and show you guys the graph and everything, because I want you to tell me ways that I can improve this. Obviously more runs could improve it, but I went through 20 or 30 raid banners doing this. That's a little bit of glimmer. I'm a little bit glimmer broke right now because it's, you know, the dawning. And because it's been like 4 days of the spider selling glimmer for vaulted planetary materials. But that's neither here nor there. If there is something else that you would like tested in the future, please let me know. I think that testing on Kali is a pretty good way to make it all happen. It's something that I can do solo. I don't need to get a group. I thought about doing actual tests on Taniks, but I didn't think that it was going to go all that well. First, I would have to get a group that's willing to just run Taniks like 30 times and just do damage to them. I don't think a lot of groups are going to want to go for that. Second of all, I can do this solo. It gives me a lot of time to sit here and really look at the numbers. I don't have to bother other people doing all that. So in the future, I could do more runs, but I think 3 is a pretty good average. On the top tree Dawn Chorus, you see the numbers dip by like 20k, and that's because I missed one of the slashes of the super. But other than that, I think it went pretty well. Also, for the bottom tree Dawn Chorus, we would melee the boss first to get the burn on, and then super. That has a big part to play in how much damage you do. Somehow I hit 192,000. It's better to throw your sword as fast as you can if you're going to be running Dawn Chorus. Otherwise it takes a couple of hits for it to actually ignite and to do what it's supposed to do. Oh, hello, Kali. Let's do it again. Alright, so anyways, you will probably see some B-roll footage right about now of every super going up and how I measured it. It's basically just another down super. But I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. I don't know if there's something similar we could do for the other subclasses, or the other classes and subclasses. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I'm Dash Brandon. Bye-bye.